bans on U.S. citizens entering their countries with immediate effect.
Both countries announced their decisions on December the 30th through statements issued by their respective foreign ministries.
Mali just banned every single American from entering their country. So did Burkina Faso, Niger, and Chad. Your US passport means nothing there anymore. Trump banned citizens from 39 countries from entering America. Travel restrictions, security concerns, high visa overstay rates. Standard Washington playbook, except this time, 4 African countries looked at that ban and did something nobody expected. They banned Americans right back. Completely. No tourists, no business visas, no entry period. And it's not just those 4. Nigeria, the biggest economy in Africa with over 22,000 students in US universities, just got hit with restrictions so harsh their students can't return if they go home for Christmas. And Nigerian officials are now openly discussing reciprocal bans on Americans. This is a coordinated response spreading across the continent that's about to destroy American influence in an entire region. So let me show you exactly which African countries are shutting Americans out right now. Why Trump's travel ban just triggered the biggest diplomatic backfire in modern US history. And what happens when your American passport stops working in a resource-rich continent that China and Russia are taking over. Let's start with the spark. On December 16, 2025, President Trump announced an expansion of existing travel restrictions. 7 more countries were added to a full ban list. 19 more added to a partial restriction list, and almost all of them were in Africa or the Middle East. The official justification? National security, insufficient vetting, high visa overstay rates. The announcement said these countries pose risks America can't properly assess, so their citizens are now blocked from entering the US. Some were totally banned. Others restricted to single-entry 3-month visas instead of the previous multi-year multi-entry access. The list is massive. Full bans on Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, South Sudan, Syria, Laos, and Sierra Leone. Partial restrictions hitting Angola, Antigua and Barbuda, Benin, Burundi, Côte d'Ivoire, Cuba, Dominica, Gambia, Malawi, Mauritania, Nigeria, Senegal, Tanzania, Togo, Tonga, Venezuela, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. That's 26 countries total in one announcement. Combined with previous bans from June 2025, 39 countries now face US entry restrictions. The Council on Foreign Relations confirmed this, makes it the most expansive travel ban in modern American history. And here's the kicker. Nigeria alone sends over 22,000 students to the US annually, making it the 9th largest source of international students. Ethiopian, Ghanaian, and Cameroonian students number in the thousands. These aren't security threats. These are people paying tens of thousands in tuition to American universities. But now they're restricted to single-entry 3-month visas, meaning if they go home for Christmas, they can't come back. Their education just got cut off. The reaction from African governments was swift and brutal. Within days, Chad made the first move. On June 5, 2025, President Mahamat Idris Deby posted on Facebook, "I have instructed the government to act in accordance with the principles of reciprocity and to suspend the granting of visas to citizens of the United States of America." Done. Chad banned all new US visas except for officials. Anyone with a visa issued before June 9th could still enter. Everyone else blocked. Then Niger followed in late December 2025. The Nigerian press agency reported a diplomatic source saying Niger is completely and permanently prohibiting visa issuance to all US citizens and indefinitely banning entry to its territory. Complete ban. Permanent. No exceptions except potentially for official government business. And the language matters. They didn't say this is temporary pending negotiations. They said permanent. That's a line in the sand. On December 31, 2025, Mali and Burkina Faso both issued nearly identical statements through their foreign ministries. In accordance with the principle of reciprocity, visa bans on US citizens effective immediately. Mali's statement was particularly pointed. They emphasized that this wasn't emotional or symbolic. It was legal, procedural, reciprocal. You treat us this way, we treat you the same way. Simple. And these aren't random countries acting independently. Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger formed the Alliance of Sahel States in July 2024. They're coordinating security, trade, and now apparently visa policy. All three are led by military governments that came to power through coups. All three expelled French military forces. All three are pivoting toward Russia and China. And now all three just shut Americans out completely. But it's not just those four. The pattern is spreading. In October 2025, Mali required US nationals to post bonds of up to $10,000 for business and tourist visas. Why? Because the Trump administration imposed similar financial guarantees on Malian citizens. So Mali mirrored it exactly. Want to visit Mali? Post $10,000 up front. That's not technically a ban.